Let's talk a little LSU recruiting, and of course, we're going straight to the transfer portal, and it's been busy for the Tigers. In this video, we're going to focus on DB and wide receiver, two major positions of need for LSU, and one of the names that's been buzzing all around the country is the number one safety in the portal, Dylan Thieneman. We know Oregon's heavily involved here, Ohio State as well. Is LSU getting in on this one, Steve?
They're trying to. The National Defensive Freshman of the Year 2 years ago after 6 interceptions in his first season at Purdue. Had another solid year for Purdue this year under the circumstances of their tough campaign. But this is a kid that's a plus athlete that flies to the football, that's also a 4.0 student in the classroom on the college level. So he has all the tangibles and intangibles desired. Oregon and Ohio State look like the front runners right now. Certainly Coach Odom and that new staff will do what they can to keep Dylan Thieneman on campus. He's got a lot of Purdue ties in his family and a lot of love for the Boilers. He could have went in the portal last year, but opted to stay at Purdue. Going to visit Oregon and Ohio State soon, having dialogue with LSU. So the Tigers are one of the few schools that are in the mix after the Ducks and Buckeyes.
All right, another DB that it looks like LSU is trending for is UF transfer Jakeem Jackson, and I think I understand why. Explain this one.
Yeah, Jakeem Jackson, former Florida cornerback, visiting LSU as we speak this Thursday morning. Strong rapport with Corey Raymond. That was his position coach at Florida. Seamless transition potentially at LSU. Shea Dixon from the Bengal Tiger, Pete Nakos, and I all collabing on a prediction of Jakeem Jackson to LSU, so we love where the Tigers stand.
All right, now we said we were going to cover the offensive side of the ball as well, so let's get into it with a former 5-star. What's going on with Micah Hudson? I know there's been some A&M smoke, but is LSU involved here?
Yeah, they absolutely are. He was at A&M earlier this week, and a lot of buzz that says Texas A&M took control of that recruitment, but he's maintaining dialogue with some other programs. LSU, one of them. Receivers, obviously a position of emphasis for LSU. They bring back maybe the top quarterback in the country next year in Nussmeier. You kind of look at Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow, their second year as starters in Baton Rouge were obviously special campaigns on their way to the Heisman Trophy. I may lay down a little bit of money on Nussmeier, try and catch some early odds on him in the Heisman Trophy coming into the season because he showed a lot of flashes last year in his first year as the starter, and they want to put some playmakers around him. Barian Brown from Kentucky is an electric player that's expected to visit LSU on Thursday here as we record. I think LSU's the leader over Ole Miss and Texas A&M right now for Barian Brown. You have Nick Anderson, who's also a top 10 player in the portal, a receiver. He's at Texas A&M this weekend and then coming to LSU on Sunday. So the Tigers weigh in it for some of the best transfer portal receivers and tight end too. Luke Haas is the Arkansas tight end transfer who started his week at LSU, hitting Alabama, then going to Ole Miss. Talked to some people that think that LSU's in an intriguing spot for Luke Haas. And then Max Clare's the number 1 tight end in the portal, or at least he was yesterday. Purdue transfer. LSU having dialogue with him, trying to get him on campus.
All right, LSU fans, how do you guys feel about these recent developments? Sounds like it's going to be a big week, a big weekend in the Bayou. Let us know. Who's your top target in the transfer portal? Let us know, comment section below.